Alright, how's it going? So today we're going to be playing a different list than we played last time. We're going to be trying blue-white field in historic. I apologize, give me 1 second here. There we go. Came across this list just because it specifically plays Sphinx's Revelation. I'm a sucker for this card. There's nothing else to it. The deck looks kind of greedy. Basically, the idea here is that we want to use a stifle effect on our Lotus field. So when it enters, you stifle the ability to sacrifice 2 other lands, and basically you get a free land that makes 3 mana. The downside of this obviously is it's kind of like a combo. So if you don't have a stifle effect or this strict this card here, this cleric in play, you still have to pay the ability of sacking 2 lands. Obviously the upside is that you can ramp fairly fast and play some more expensive high-end cards. I'm playing this list. There's a bunch of lists like this, but I'm playing this one specifically due to Sphinx's Revelation. It's just a one-of, but I love the card. This list also played Approach of the Second Sun, which obviously is another win con. Plays 4 Shark Typhoons, as you can hard cast them. I feel like this deck is kind of weak to aggro. We're probably going to get ran over in best of 1. Like I said, I want to really give it a shot here. We do have some removal spells. We max out on 4 Wrath of Gods. We have a couple counter spells. But the main idea here is you just want to ramp and cast your high-end payoff cards. So we'll see how it goes. I've run into it a couple times on the ladder. Ladder reset, I think, was today. So we're going to be at the very bottom, so. My hopes aren't too high here on this deck, to be honest with you. I think Jessica is an overall better deck. But this deck does look kind of fun to play, so we're going to give it a shot. Well, keep this, we go first. We kind of have a combo here of going into our cleric in the Lotus field, so we'll give it a shot. If we're up against an aggressive deck, we may just get ran over, but I feel like that's just how this deck plays. Alright, I think I have to go into full control for this. I'll be honest with you, I messed this up. I haven't played with this deck at all. I thought this came in to play untapped. It obviously does not. I was going to Archmage Charm Steal their guy, but we still have 5 mana on our turn 3, which is still good. A Fiery Temper. Madness, oh my. Such value our opponent's doing over there. Darcy's such a good card. I swear in every format that this card is played, it's just very strong. Wow, they even hit Delirium on turn 2. So let's went ahead and stole our opponent's card here just to slow them down a little bit. This creature also has flying, which is great. We still have another draw 2 in hand. So next turn we'll draw 2, hopefully hit something to do. Our opponent has double Faithless Looting, which is always strong. Our opponent's hitting all the cards. I have no idea what this card does. Alright. I don't know why this card. Alright, let's start by let's just draw 2. We're just gonna pass here. We're gonna hold up our counter. Not that it's super great here. Now they hit a land. I was gonna say if they didn't hit a land and they cast a Faithless Looting, we could have countered it there. The Stifle's dead in our hand otherwise, so we're just gonna counter this card's ability. We really need to draw something here to do with our mana. We're 1 mana shy casting this. Green cards does explain what it does there. I'm not going to do any blocks here. Guess what's Wrath of God here. We really just need a pale spell at this point. The Shark Typhoon, anything at this point. Our opponent has found all 3 Faithless Lootings in the top half of their deck, which is always strong for a graveyard centric deck. This is the kind of matchup that if this is like best of 3, we would get a lot better cards. We obviously would have Rest in Peace and such. As it is, we're just kind of stuck waiting, hoping we hit some good cards. I must say this deck is fairly boring when your opponent hits all their toys and you're just sitting here waiting. Now our combo is here nice with this teferi that we get to untap our Lotus field. So we basically get a free 4 mana on our turn every turn. But that said, we are losing our Teferi, which is not a good spot for us. Unfortunately, we're going to be one shy of hitting our approach to the second sun off of Sphinx's Revelation for the win. So we need another Wrath here to stay in this. We can hit a Wrath in our top 3 cards. We'll survive and obviously win with their approach of the second sun. Why didn't this? So we're at 9. So that is what, it's 7, 3, 4, 6. Unfortunately, we're 1 mana short of just winning here. We could cycle this Shark Typhoon for 0, draw our approach to the second sun, and just win. Unfortunately, we're short of doing that. And I assume we're probably dead on board here. 6. We're exactly dead on board as it stands. We might be able to do it if we throw away our land here. But that's rather unfortunate. Pretty sure we're just dead here. Unfortunately, we're stuck on mana. I guess I would have did it, right, Matt? I was trying to find a way to win. And took the 4/4 and then cycled 1, right? 1, 2, 3. Correct. Yep, you're correct. I was trying to do the line where we'd cycle for 1 and activate our land, but we're a mana short. Oh, I just realized actually we were dead regardless because they have the Ravenet Ruins over there. I don't want to hover over it, but they sack the land, it deals 2 damage, so. So we were dead either way. Well, our opponent not attacking might have saved us here. Yeah, our opponent lost. Somehow we found a way out of it with good draws. Alright, cool. Alright, well, I didn't know if Approach to the Second Sun was reasonable in this. I mean, it looked great there. I mean, that's only one match, but definitely looked strong there. Yeah, no, man, I thought they could sack double Ravenat Ruins. I thought they had enough mana. I forgot it was 4 mana. I honestly didn't recall how much mana it was. Yeah, I didn't realize activation was that expensive on it. Otherwise, yeah, we definitely were fine. Hand's a little awkward as we have Archmage Charm and a basic planes, but we'll keep.
You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning, you wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you will break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption ever came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone, so save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate.
I apologize. I just realized my mic was muted that entire time. Thanks, Matt. I literally got a drink and muted it. My apologies. Anyway, what I was saying was here that Wrath of God to kill their one creature. I assume they don't play lots of creatures. So I felt like it was okay getting the Gutter Snipe off the table. And we also have a Teferi. I'm gonna hold on to our irrigated farmlands as we can cycle it. That should set us up to flip our Escon to next turn, yeah. So I assume our opponents, yeah, just gonna start activating here, which is fine. I mean, we're at 10, but they're not drawing cards. Hopefully we'll hit a payoff spell here soon. Really need a Shard Typhoon or something. Our opponent is deep into tank, deciding if they're going to attack me and try and end the game, or they're going to attack Teferi here. So it is a tough choice, I'll be honest with you. I'm glad I'm not an aggressive player, because that would be a tough choice. Alright, it looks like they've decided where they're going. It looks like they're attacking face. I think that's probably the best bet for them, as they couldn't kill our Teferi. It'd take 2 turns to kill the Teferi. Now, it would be awkward if they send the 1/1 at the Teferi, which I assume is what they're thinking about. We're just gonna go ahead here and cycle, like I said, as it will make sure we can flip our search for Esconte even if we want the card on top. 3, 6. I'm gonna try and look for a kill spell here. Sphinx's Revelation is indeed a good card. So I'll be able to cycle our shark here for a total of at least 2 to trade with their land. We'll just pass here. See what our opponent decides to do. So we have a Sphinx's Revelation for 2 and a Shark Typhoon for 1. So probably it'll just be a cycle for a Shark for 2, and then we'll hold up our Memory Deluge. Gutter Snipe is a terrifying card. We're going to counter it. This makes all their burn spells so much better. It also means they're obviously not attacking us with the land, which seems good for us. Alright, our opponent's tapping out here, so I will Sphinx's Revelation end a turn. It's close. I can Sphinx's Rev for 2, but I guess Memory Deluge is probably the better play. Try and find a combo with a Lotus Field and do a huge Sphinx's Revelation to end the next turn, ideally. Alright. So we're on Memory Deluge here. We found the Lotus Field. Hopefully we can find a combo piece here. Oh, it's perfect. Alright. So I think we're good here.
Yes, you're very quite tough. Always having bad luck. You think you're going crazy.
Yeah, we're good here.
Look up, there's a new life waiting.
We'll hard cast our Shark Typhoon, untap,
Dealt the wrong hand, can't imagine how you feel.
and we have Archmage Charm up as well. So I mean, I guess we can die here, but
Just carry on.
if we don't die here, the game is pretty much over. We do have a counter spell and a blocker. I'm feeling pretty good about our spot here.
Just carry on, carry on, carry on. 'Cause you are stronger. Yes, you are stronger.
Kind of terrifying. It's very odd. Our opponent literally dealt 3 damage. I don't know. I think that could have went face, but we're just gonna go ahead and steal their 1/1. Get a shark. I don't think they have a 1-mana spell that can deal us 5, so. They had a shock. Well, that's so odd. Between the shock then and the card that they played previously, they could have killed us. Very odd. I'm not going to attack here, as next turn we ult a Teferi and we basically just win. We're going to go into our end step with our Teferi trigger on the stack. I put us in full control. Pardon me, I'm moving a little bit here. I put us in full control so we could have tapped our Lotus field and another land and then untapped it in Sphinx's Revelation for a ton. For some reason, it is not in full control. Apparently, full control did not register, so we should have been at a much higher life total here.
Can't imagine how you feel. Only you know that it's real. Don't look back, just
Like I said, to play there end of last turn should have been with full control on, is we would have tapped the Lotus field in another land, untapped it again, floated the mana, and Sphinx's Revelation for 1,000,000. But now we're in this very awkward spot where we can't really tap out for a Sphinx's Revelation. I mean, I guess if our opponent had a kill spell here, or it's just so awkward. I'm gonna go ahead and search for his Kanta. If our opponent has a 3-mana burn spell, I assume they're gonna throw it at our face now. If they do, we'll Sphinx's Revelation in response and survive. Okay. I'm just gonna untap because I'm scared that they have a 3-mana burn spell. Yeah, so Matt, I couldn't rev because they had another card in their hand. If I would have revved in response to them drawing a card, if they had a 3-mana burn spell in hand, I was dead, right? So that's why I didn't rev in response. If they had no cards in hand, I 100% would have did it. I'm just trying to play around them having a burn spell. But I feel like they would have activated it already. Yeah, they would have played it already in response to the activation for Search for His Kanta was kind of the bait. And then, you know, they had it and went for it, we would have revved. They had no cards in hand and we were good. With that said, they packed it up. I felt like we were still in kind of a tricky situation there, but I assume they didn't have it. All right. That game we just played like a regular control deck there until what, like turn 6? Hmm. This hand doesn't really do much. Like if we hit a Lotus field, we're off to the races. But if we don't, our hand just kind of does nothing. We'll mulligan this. This isn't great, but we'll keep it. We'll be greedy and keep the stifle. Put the memory deluge back. See if our opponent's really playing control with their sleeves. A Thoughtseize, that's rude. I assume we're up against Esper. Well, they took. Oh man, we would have hit it too. That's hilarious. They took the Stifle, which is mind blowing for me to take that card. And then we hit the Lotus field. That's quite hilarious in my opinion. Alright, well next turn we can cast this card and play our Lotus field to cheat some mana into play. Oh man, they just keep hitting the Thoughtseizes. I assume they... This is hilarious. Alright, that's fine. It's odd that they took Stifle the first time, but not the second time. Oh my goodness, I didn't hit full control again. Literally can see it come up here. That's so awkward. Alright, we just lost this match because of a misclick. Alright. We had the answer. We were supposed to. Full control, apparently. I need to play a little slower and wait for full control to kick in. That's very unfortunate for us. Alright, let's click it. We're in full control, as appeared at the bottom of our screen. Alright. Yeah, definitely need to do that, Matt. We did it there. Unfortunately, we're falling so far behind here. Definitely need to hit full control ahead of time. For sure. It's rather unfortunate here, too. Alright, they don't have a counterspell here. I feel like we might be able to pull back in. I assume they have a counterspell here. Oh, they don't. Okay. We also get to untap 2 Lotus fields. Is strong. This is so unfortunate. Yeah, we need a Wrath real bad. I almost feel like we should hold the Shark Typhoon the hard cast next turn. If they don't kill her Teferi, I might consider it. What are you doing, little man? Waldo has appeared. Alright, I'm willing to save our Teferi here. So we can do this for what? We have 7 mana. We can do this for 5. Also lets us take their hero out of play. Oh, they had the removal spell. Okay. That's fine. We have Narset and a Wrath still, so... Apparently we have all the Lotus fields. Oh, that's unfortunate. 2-5. We'll pass here and see what they do. We really need a Wrath here. It's what we need. We're just not finding it. Opponent is sending a message by attacking us with everything. I was contemplating drawing 2 there, but I'm hoping our Narset survives here. It's really unfortunate. I felt like we definitely had this game if I hadn't misclicked there. Little Teferi is kind of gross. Alright, come on. Okay, apparently we just weren't meant to win this game. Alright, draw 2 more. Come on, we need a Wrath. Good lord, thank the lord. We get our search back, which is great. Alright, let's see what our opponent can do here. Okay, well at least they bounced search. I understand it's buying them time, but they didn't draw a card. What the heck is this? Here, okay. Okay. Alright. Alright, well this is looking pretty good for us here. Assuming our opponent doesn't do anything crazy here, I think we'll be okay. Alright, our Narset is now dead. Seems kind of odd. They sacrifice their Teferi to keep our search for his concept from going off. Makes sense, they have another Teferi. Our problem is all the kill spells, but we don't really care about that, so. So we are going to stifle our opponent's Teferi bounce trigger this turn. Oh wait, we can't because it's their turn. Teferi still messing stuff up. Now they hit the big Teferi. Alright, it's getting out of hand. I don't know if we can get out of this now. Alright, we need like our own big Teferi or something here. I keep forgetting that, yeah. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, I keep forgetting that Teferi still makes it on your turn. Alright, how many more turns do we need to buy till we hit our approach to the second sun? Too long. We will die before then. Kind of flooded out here. I do feel like if we had that other land, though, from before, that we could have possibly put this away. I'm curious if our opponent plays counter spells. Alright, I think we're pretty much just dead here. Just rather unfortunate. I assume our opponent probably has a counterspell at this point as well. That or a bunch of kills. Wow, okay, yep, we just flooded out. Nothing we can do here. Rather unfortunate. We had lots of good top decks there, but we didn't hit any of them. Yeah, we had what? Sphinx's Revelation, all of our Teferis. We had our Memory Deluges, our Shark Typhoons, Archmage Charm. That's one thing, the matches in this do take forever. Oh my goodness. Opponent with a companion. God, they were illegal in his start. His hand's just too slow. Alright, this is much better. We'll keep... I think we put the Shark Typhoon on the bottom. Don't quote me. It may be completely incorrect. Commit just bounces things on the board and is also a counterspell, so it seems more flexible than making a Shark and cycling. Alright, let's see if they can kill our 1-3. I assume it will since it blocks, unfortunately. If only they knew I wouldn't block, they probably wouldn't kill it. Also, this match is probably atrocious for us. We have no graveyard hate.
I've been watching you.
Alright, so we're in this awkward spot, right? So we can block one, but then our creature dies to shock. But if we block none of them, it turns to one Spear of the Critics or whatever it's called. So they might just kill our creature, so I'm not going to block here. I feel like either way is the incorrect choice. I'm hoping our opponent won't hit our 1-3. I assume it's probably dead here. Yeah, it's dead. That's unfortunate, yeah. Like I said, I mean, we could have blocked and got their Bowmat off the field at least. So the debate here is I'm debating if I want to play this Lotus field just to get into play. That means we tap out for their turn. Or we can play our island, pass and hold up our Jawari Disruption. The only awkward part about that is next turn we have nothing to do in our hand. Archmage Charm isn't on, Commit also is not turned on. So I think we just have to play the Lotus field here. Gives us more options for next turn. We're going to take a beating this turn. Our opponent keeps reading their companion for some reason. I don't think the Oracle text on Lotus changes, but... I'm debating here. Hey, have a good night, Matt. I heard Attack on Titan is getting real juicy right now. Like, I heard it, like, it was on a super hard cliffhanger last time. Like, I don't read the manga, but I I watch the people on YouTube that do the reviews for it, and so I know the ending. But my buddy was telling me about it, and it was pretty wild. All right, so the question here is: do we Shark Typhoon for 1, or do we steal their bow mat? I'm just gonna steal their bow mat here. If I let them do it, I know it's tapped. If I let them untap, they'll sack it in response, and we won't get it. Also, excuse me if I can talk. If we cycle a Shark Typhoon, we're probably gonna block the bow mat anyway because we want to get it off the table. And when we do that, they'll sack it in response, more or less. So they'll probably play any instant speed cards they have, sack the bow mat, and I feel like we're in a bad spot. So I decided to take it. Not saying that's the optimal line, but that's the line we went with. So I assume they're going to add the Lotus to their hand now. Alright, at least our opponent couldn't add Lotus to their hand that turn. We're going to try and hold this commit for the Lotus. The plan this turn is to cycle our Shark Typhoon. Yeah, sweet. So we're going to cycle our Shark Typhoon for 3 here, kill their guy. And I think I'll just click through the blocks. Yeah, unfortunate. All these misclicks are really getting me here. We're just gonna pass here. I want to hold up commit for their Lotus. Opponent is flooding out a little bit over there. We are almost dead here, but if we can hit some runners, I don't feel terrible about our spot. Oh, well, we're just dead there. Yeah, there's nothing we can do there. GG's opponent. Our opponent just had it. Our opponent assembled Exodia. Alright, not looking too good for our deck here. We're what, 1 and 2 at this point. I do feel like most of our matches were winnable at least. I feel like that one there, we were probably turning a corner, but our opponent, you know, ripped the perfects off the top. Waldo, you okay? I apologize that you heard that. I thought I muted my mic. My dog's name is Waldo. I don't know where he went. He's a French bulldog. And usually he's in here with me, but I don't know where he is right now. Which is a little concerning. I don't know what he's getting into. We'll keep this. We have all the mana to set up for Archmage Charm, but we can also cast Fateful Absence as well. Oh man, it looks like our opponent's trying to beat us down fairly quickly here. Be interesting to see how this deck does against an aggressive matchup, like a very linear deck. We've been up against Burn and such like last match. Since we want to hold up Archmage Charm next turn, I'm just going to go ahead and kill this creature. Otherwise, those repeatedly do this. All right. I'm gonna let this happen. We have Wrath of God to clean it up, and I really want to draw 2 with our Archmage Charm here. Alright, we hit the combo somewhat. Unfortunately, I don't think we can take the time to set that combo up. So we're just going to have to Wrath here. I assume our opponent has more of that creature in hand. Or maybe not, they need to draw for it here. Alright. We're going to gamble here that they can't remove our creature. Does this give trample? It does. We are actually probably dead here. Probably should have read that before I committed to this line. That is one big boy right there. All right, we're at 1. See if our opponent can kill us from here. I assume they probably can. Of course they can. Why won't they have a big dumb creature they could cast? That matchup there did feel a little rough. We'll give it a shot. There's a couple of our more or less combo pieces. We have a search and we have a kill spell, so I'm surprised how many games we've hit search for Esconta. It's one of in this deck, and I feel like we have it like every single game. It's all it's ease. I have no idea what this is. Okay. See where our opponent takes here. Take our removal spell, okay. Well, that's a good draw. Well, it was a pretty good turn there for us. See if our opponent wants to pay too. They do. We're just looking for a payoff at this point. Alright, let's see where we're at for our search for his conth count. Only at 2. It's awkward they played around sensor. Interesting. So his cult's cheaper, I assume? I mean, this is awkward, but at the same time we have blockers. Just gonna call hardcast this here. Hope they don't have a way to remove it and pass. I feel like we're always in the spot with this deck where we get some mana and we get set up and then we just need a bunch of cards. Wow, double. Our opponent's been getting pretty lucky against this, I feel like, in this these couple matchups here. How many cards do we have over here? 6. Alright. So we'll transform. Well, I guess we'll start making 5/5s. We'll see what's stronger. We'll do this in our upkeep. Make 2 2/2s. Oh man, instead of drawing 1 at cost 2, they get to draw a couple cards. For an opponent mold to 5, they're having some pretty good draws here. I'll chump with one of my free 2/2s. Our opponent's really going off here. We'll start getting aggressive here. See what happens. Our opponent is dead in the air, they attack. So we're gonna make 2 4/4s. Assuming our opponent can't combo us out. Sphinx's Revelation seems pretty good. So is Narset. I'm just going to take the hit for 5 since we have Sphinx's Rev. Because they are dead in the air unless they can answer all of our creatures. Looks like our opponent's just dead here. Our opponent's reconsidering their attack, I believe. Our opponent's taking a while here, just waiting. I don't know if our opponent's going to assault Thomas out here or what. Come on, opponent. This deck's already slow enough as it is. I like to get moving along to other matches. I'm wondering if I'm the one disconnected because they haven't got a rope yet, which is rather odd. Oh, there it is. All right. Our opponent's salty rope has appeared. All right, come on, opponent. Apparently, they're very upset. I mean, I thought their draw was pretty good. I mean, on turn 1 Thoughtseize, and then they had, you know, enough artifacts to cast this thing on what, turn 3 or 4. I mean, seems like their ideal start there. It's rather unfortunate. I believe what was called as garbage time. We are in garbage time. Our opponent has no outs, and they're just making us wait as they salt out. My. Alright, they're almost out of time. We're almost there. Almost got them. Alright. Hey, our opponent even conceded. My goodness, how nice of them. They salt roped us and then conceded. Alright, we'll do one more match here, and then we'll call it a wrap for this deck. We'll see how this matchup goes. I'm still torn on this. Jessica, I feel, is, what do they call it in the community? More big-brained. There's more choices, I feel like. Whereas this matchup, this is pretty straightforward. Not saying there's anything wrong with this deck, it's just, you know. Alright, we might be... This deck we're up against is extremely aggressive, so we may do another match after this. I have a feeling we're dead very quickly here. Oh yeah, we are very dead. Very dead. Yeah, this card is disgusting. This card from Standard was just gross. I haven't seen this deck in a very long time. Man, they're really setting up here. I assume we're dead next turn. I can hope we're not, but we do have a sensor at least here. The only problem is they can pay for it. And this is like the type of combo stuff that they can do. The real problem, this card's really good, but there's another card. It has flying. It lets it put them back in the top of their hand, like back on top of their deck. Yeah, we're probably just dead here in one attack, to be honest. So I'm pretty sure these say cast. Yeah, whenever you cast, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, we're just very dead here. Yeah, they have any other spell, we're just dead here. This is a very linear deck. I assume they just have another one, we're dead here. Alright, so we need a Wrath of God. We literally can't beat a Wrath of God. We might just be dead here. very dead, as I said. This is a very linear deck. This deck just folds to any interaction, though, to be honest with you, for the most part. Like I said, we'll do another match. We won't... I mean, we'll count it as a loss, obviously, but... Like, we were playing Jeskai, that matchup is, like, almost unwinnable for them. They tapped out to play their creature every turn. Obviously, their sequencing would be different, but, like, Anger of the Gods and such, and like that there, we had a Wrath of God, we were in that match. But, like, Jeskai is so much better with, like, Portable Hole, all of our Lightning Helixes and such. Yeah, we can't keep this hand. I feel like we've only had one or two matchups where his deck's really done what it's supposed to do. His hand's super awkward. We'll keep him, put a Wrath of God on bottom. Apparently we're supposed to draw all of our Wrath of Gods. And we're just gonna miss all land drops here, and that's probably gonna be about the extent of it. Which is rather unfortunate for us. I feel like our opponents, I don't know, have run really well. Which is very odd. Like this, they have two of this card, right? They hit two of their Goblin Chieftains. Our last opponent hit two of their best card. We played an opponent, they hit three other Faithless Lootings in the top, what, 27 cards. And it's just very wild to me that you keep getting run over like this. It's very interesting to me. I bet we'll miss on the land, of course. Yeah, this deck doesn't feel, and our opponent just has so much. I'm just killing the highest power creature there. We need a Wrath here, and we don't hit it, so. It's rather unfortunate, no lands. We have, what, 3 draw steps in a cycle.
But keeping up appearances is the first thing taught in school. You think I got my life all sorted? You're a fool. I'm not easy to be
Alright, we'll try one more here. Trying to end on a high note. Kind of looking like Arena doesn't want us to end on a high note. But we'll give it a shot anyway. We'll probably get paired against a matchup, like a mirror match now, or against Control. We'll keep. If it's an aggressive matchup, we definitely could get run over here. I'll play this creature. I assume this creature's dead, but I don't think they have anything too scary on turn 3 for us to, for our disruption. So That was a punt on my part. I shouldn't put this on white. Like, we have a Wrath of God, but we can probably assume our opponent... Well, I was gonna say it's not an aggressive deck, but maybe they are. Okay. I'll give away the approach. We're so far away from casting it. This castle's just gonna run us over. What does this card even do? Alright. Alright, chat. I don't think we were meant to win with this deck. Alright, chat. I don't think we were meant to win with this deck. I don't know what else to say about this. Dismiss on land drops and such. Our opponent even plays cards apparently to get back with their Liliana, which is cute. Our opponent is reading their own Liliana. I assume they're gonna have a Thoughtseize here, probably to take our best card. I'm gonna hold on to our irrigated farmland to cycle. Our opponent's castle here is really letting them keep up. I might have should have took our Shark Typhoon to cycle it, but I assume they have a bunch of kill spells in their hand. This matchup just feels we're just not quite out of it enough for me to concede. Like, I don't think our odds of winning are high, but we're just in it just enough.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spread
All right.
all around my room,
We're still managing to hang on in this matchup here.
but that's alright. Hush.
Our opponent's clock is very slow.
Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you
That's rather
just let
painful.
me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days.
All right, we're just gonna pass here. We could have played a land, but we're gonna hold it because we had to discard 2 cards as it stands to their 2 planeswalkers.
Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's
Knowing them, they're gonna rip a counter and discard spell here. All right, I'm gonna play our Narset. We're gonna try and find a way to answer Lily permanently instead of throwing away our Teferi here. We do find an answer. Now we can play our Teferi and plus and still hold up an answer to their Lily.
music till the wick burns out.
All right. Well, lingering on.
Wanna be carefree lately, yeah.
See if we can answer both our planeswalkers here.
He's got one too many quarters in my
What the heck? We just got rid of all our. Never opponents.
places, yeah. Just tripping on day.
Well, that is unfortunate. I don't think we can beat this card. I'm pretty sure we got rid of all our Wrath of Gods because I didn't see any creatures. Yeah. We might be dead here. We have 1 Wrath gone. So we have 3 Wraths gone. 4 Wraths. So we have no more Wraths left. Well, they get it from anywhere? That is wild. From a graveyard. That is some wild stuff right there. Good job on our opponent there. That is wild. That is wild. This deck is quite infuriating, I'm not gonna lie to you. I keep saying one more and I keep playing one more. That just never gets any better. Do you think we can hit a matchup where it's fairly reasonable for us? I feel like Jessica is far more competitive after playing this. I saw Sphinx's Revelation and saw Lotus Field, and you know, when you have the Lotus Field combo early and you get to play a Shark Typhoon on like turn like 4 or something like that, this deck feels really great. But that has not been the case for us at all. Like, this hand is just so awkward. Alright, we're down to 5. Land seems to be a problem in this deck too. We'll have to look at how many lands this deck's playing. It might have been correct to play that on blue, as we'd have Archmage Charm up. I assume we'll probably miss. Oh, that's cute. We have played some interesting decks at least today.
I see through the light, no more disguise. The scenery's crashing down. To let all the
Our opponent's getting aggressive here.
didn't belong, had to move on. To somewhere that I could be.
I feel like we just need a regular land.
Open my eyes and see all of the beauty.
Luckily, we did hit it there.
Make you think back, oh, the energy that
I assume our opponent's going to start getting very aggressive here soon, which won't be good for us. We don't have a very good answer to their land. This deck almost feels like Tron in Modern to me. When you assemble the combo via Tron, it feels almost unlosable. And same with this deck. When it lines up correctly, it feels very powerful, but obviously, I know there's a lot of variance in this as well. So, you know, that plays a big factor as well. We could just be running, you know, on the bad side of variance.
my spirit's awake, I don't feel the same. So many people here, but somehow they disappear. 'Cause all that I trust, it crumbled to dust. But finally I can breathe. Open my eyes and see all of the beauty in front of me. Giving back all the energy that I never felt before.
And does our opponent have double heat? No. They will kill it and flash it back with their card here. Alright, we should soon flip. Yeah, we'll flip our search for his console. Hey, our opponent messed up there. The sad part is even with our opponent messing up there, our Teferi is still dead, which is very unfortunate. These are the type of matchups here that, like, if we just had Graveyard Hate, it'd be so much better. Which we obviously don't run in Best of One. Some of these were running Rest in Peace in the main, which I'm not sure if that's worth it or not, but I was trying to debate what creature we wanted to play there. Our opponent has an Inquisition in the yard, so I'm not going to activate or search for its console. I think we have one more. Sorry, we have two of the 1 and 1 white that kills a creature. think we just had to take this hit here. Take this hit here and activate search for his content end of turn. Seems like a good combo to have. Village Rites, right, with their creature here and the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Seems like a good combo. The land creates a 1/1 and they can flash this back more or less for free. And sack it and draw 2 cards. I guess we'll take the Wrath of God here. I'd prefer the Teferi, but we do need to clean up the board. Faithful Absence was the card I was speaking of when I was talking about the 1 and 1 white. This isn't good. Our opponent shocked. I assume they're going to add Luris and play Luris and buy back their Arcanist thing. Their Dreadhorde Arcanist. What do they have in their yard? Is this worth killing? Village Rites is rather problematic. I mean, I have to deal with the Luris, so. Luris was good, though. I feel like we have lost here, but we'll give it a shot. See what our opponent can put together here. That's a top deck. That's a very good top deck. I'll be honest with you, I expected more from this deck. Seems pretty strong for our opponent. Man. Seems strong. I feel like we've had some bad beats, I'm not gonna lie. I can't blame it all on the deck, but like our opponent rips some pretty good 1-ofs in their deck for the win. I should specify, they don't rip the 1-ofs. They rip, you know, the perfect card for the win. Alright, let's look at the deck here one last time. If Arena wants to load here. Alright, so this is the list we ran. I don't really have a lot of thoughts on it, to be honest. To be honest, you could probably set this up better if you're playing best of 1 and have more creature hate. With that said, I don't feel like we played anything that was super aggressive. Let's go back here. This is also another list that I saw that I was contemplating playing this evening. This one runs 2 portable holes, which I feel like is very good. It also runs 1 relic, which is great for graveyard that we probably could have used there. 1 Settle the Wreckage over the 4th Wrath of God. Teferi, who slows the sunset, also seems really good just for the ability to untap up to 1 land. Obviously you would untap Lotus Field and you'd have up Archmage Charm. It seems super strong. The reason I did not play this was the fact that we don't play the creature that plays well with Lotus Field. This list here is very all in on this card here to play your Lotus Field and 2 Stifles. It also runs Tail's End that you can use as well, but it feels like you more or less have to two for 1 yourself to get Lotus Field into play without the creature. At least the creature will eat a removal spell before it dies, and it also can block if needed. But with that said, I see the merit in this list as well. So maybe sometime we'll give this a shot. I am curious. I want to check here what this list plays for lands. So there's 24 lands, and it plays no disruption. So it is indeed just 24 lands. I want to go back here and count the list we played today. I felt like we were light on mana sometimes and heavy on at other times. All right, so let's play 24. So we actually had, oh, forgive my misclick. So the list we played today actually has more lands than the other list we were just looking at, as we play 2 Jawari disruptions and 24 lands. I assume that's probably not counted here. So I don't know, like I said, I feel like this, if you're gonna play Lotus Field, you should have the creature in your deck. It just makes it far more easy to do, and you're not 2 for winning yourself. This is my personal take. Obviously we did horrific today with it, but it is what it is. We tried it. We might go back to Jeskai or just play a traditional blue-white. I hear blue-white, traditional blue-white is exceedingly strong right now in best of 1. So maybe we'll give that a shot next time we play Arena and Historic. Next stream we might do another Modern. We might go back to play 4-color Control, or 4-color Blink I should say, as there is an SEG event in Philadelphia coming up, and I think 2 weeks it is. Something about J-Manette there at their 10K for their Modern. So alright, thanks anybody who tuned in or watched on YouTube. Appreciate it. Have a good one.